Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nemeka Onyekodreri. The World Press Conference hosted today by the president of the Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, is heartwarming and cheering. He just announced that the Dangote Refinery is on stream with PMS production. And this has positive wider implications for the Nigerian economy. And I will want to, within the next 5-10 minutes, break it down for the understanding and knowledge of most Nigerians who do not understand the full implication of what is happening and what is going to happen over the short, medium term, and the long run. Dangote Refinery, as presently constituted, is a 650,000 barrels nameplate capacity refinery, single train refinery, and which simply means it has the capacity at 100% production to refine and produce nothing less than 47 million liters of PMS every day, over 26 million liters of gas oil, HGO every day, and other byproducts, aviation fuel, and the rest of them, and which is good for Nigeria economy. And for your information, the true, factual, and real daily consumption of the PMS in Nigeria at max is no more than 38 million liters a day. All the numbers we have seen since 2015, 55 million, 65 million, 66 million, 73 million, 93 million, that's a day. Import and consumption figures being banded by NNPC are just products of Ponzi criminal games that they've been playing over the last 8 years that have created so much hemorrhage in Nigeria economy. What Dangote Refinery has done in one fell swoop is to help us to reposition this economy. And I will break it down. As of today, the price of a liter of the gasoline in international market is about 907 naira per liter. By the time you add other incidental cost, the cost of moving it with the vessel, the daughter vessel from Dangote refineries to the depot, and then the depot adding their margin and moving it from the depot to the filling station through trucking. In fact, by the time you add all the cost, plus margins of all the value chain players in downstream oil and gas sector, which is about 24%, the product will be sold at the filling stations across every breadth and length of Nigeria at a price of 119 naira, 1,119 naira per liter to 1,200 naira per liter at every corner of Nigeria. Now, basically, we saw today that the NNPC retail stations have adjusted their pump price to about 855 naira per liter for the PMS gasoline. And of course, other filling stations, members of IPMAN, have adjusted their own to about 900, 950, 1,000 naira per liter, depending on the geographical location where they are operating. The wider implication of this is simple. At the current market price of the gasoline, the subsidy that will be paid, or the recovery that will be paid, will range between 264 naira to 345 naira maximum per liter, which simply means at the factual consumption volume of Nigeria, 38 million liters maximum, Nigeria will pay subsidy on the recovery of about 10 billion to 13 billion naira per day, and then 3.6 trillion naira to 4.5 to 4.7 trillion naira per annum, which is moderate, because by the time we have stability, by the time the NNPC refineries privatized comes to play, start producing, and all the rest of them, and then naira stabilizes at maybe at the level of 1,500, this price will later moderate down, and you will see that over time we will gradually win Nigeria of subsidy, full subsidy removal, and there will be stability. Now let me tell you what will happen. With what has happened now, all these criminal games that have been happening since 2015 in the downstream oil and gas sector is going to be eliminated in one fell swoop if we also put check valves. What it simply means that Dangote will be supplying the whole of the Nigerian market. At 100% capacity, it will produce enough for Nigeria and the other countries in West Africa. In fact, its capacity will be able to serve Nigeria and the 6 contiguous nations that surrounds Nigeria. Even at 80% nameplate capacity, it will still be able to satisfy the real factual domestic consumption of PMS in Nigeria. Basically, what we are going to do to make sure that there's transparency and accountability, the National Assembly, the presidency, and the stakeholders in Nigeria should insist that an e-portal be established where daily report will be posted. Whatever volume of product Dangote gives NNPC must be posted. Whatever NNPC gives to the depots must be posted. Whatever the depot sales to filling stations must be posted. There must be transparency. This will ensure that these products are not kited out of Nigeria to neighboring countries, because it is good. In fact, what Dangote has done, by eliminating the Ponzi declarations of between $18 billion to $24 billion, which NNPC usually posts as annual expenditure on PMS importation. Nigeria will have been able to save themselves 38 to 40% of the demand pressure on the FX after he's getting the crude oil in Naira and he's selling in Naira. Because our average import volume annual is about $62 billion. So $24 billion over 62. It's an average of 38 to 40% approximate. So that is what the wider implication is for us in this country. And then to also make sure that there is much reforms, the presidency must go all the hog to carry out massive institutional reforms, leadership reforms, just like Yemi Cardoso did at the CBN. At the NNPC, there must be leadership flush out. That is the truth. At the NNPC, at the NDPRA, appoint new leadership in those two government agencies. Deeply knowledgeable Nigerians, or if it is possible, get expatriates if you don't trust your people. Technically savvy for them to start the process of unbundling the NNPC, because as currently structured, NNPC is public sector owned, and there is so much corruption, so much larceny, so much opacity. If you want LNG and the NNPC to work transparently with good corporate governance and profitability, like the Nigeria liquefied natural gas and the Petrobras, the federal government of Nigeria must appoint new leadership in NDPRA, in NNPC, and then this new leadership will be given flat order within the next 6 months. Appoint book runners, 2 foreigners, local players, Stanbic IBTC, Chapo Hideham, the likes of Future View, all of them. Appoint them as book runners. Let them start the process of unbundling and selling down on the shares of Nigeria on the NNPC. It's about $60 billion estimated value. If we divest 70%, 30% will go to 3 coin investors, 10%. The remaining 40% should be sold to Nigerians, both at home and in diaspora. And it will be listed on the floor of Nigeria Stock Exchange and London Stock Exchange, dual listing. And then we'll do an IPO of $20 billion. That will unlock $60 billion into this economy that will help us to further stabilize this economy, ensure foreign exchange stability, ensure price stability, give us enough working capital to rebuild and reset this economy and put it on that right track to hitting $1 trillion size in the next 4 or 5 years, as already envisioned by Mr. President. When we've done this, under the new arrangement, you see these old refineries that have been abandoned, they will be kickstarted. They will start functioning. If Nigeria is able to produce 495,000 barrels of crude oil from the refinery by collocating new 106,000 barrels in Port Harcourt, and Dangote is doing 650, if Nigeria is able to produce and refine enough petroleum products for the whole of West Africa, kindly imagine the implication. We will be selling refined product to sub-Saharan African market, 600 million man market, and this country will have enough working capital for us to reset it and then fix insecurity, diversify the economy, go into massive agro-tech and agro-business production that can give us additional $270 to $350 billion revenue annually. Achieve domestic food self-sufficiency. Create agro-rangers, 100 fully armed and trained per electoral ward. We will ensure domestic security and domestic food security, and Nigeria will be able to generate nothing less than $500 billion annually from oil and non-oil sector, and we can easily grow this economy additionally by over $200 to $300 billion annually. If we can grow this economy $250 to $300 billion in next 4 years, we will hit over $1 trillion. This is just my contribution. Kudos to Aliko Dangote. Let this thing be sustained. Thank you and God bless you.